WXXL HD1, Tavares, Orlando.
Initializing Johnny's house protocol. Positive vibes loading. Entertainment news loading. Random information loading. Sarcastic comments loading. Activating Hall of Fame protocol. Orlando's #1 morning show activated.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Wake up, get out of bed. I make sure the radio's the first thing I turn on when I enter my car.
It's a cool show.
It gives me an actual reason to listen to the radio. Y'all ready?
Hold on to your place.
Orlando's #1 hit music station.
This is Johnny's house.
On XL 1067.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is 6:02. You know what's up. It's Friday, y'all.
It's Friday, bitches.
Just a minute, Jeff.
What is it?
It's Friday, bitches.
It is Friday, and it is Johnny's house on a Friday. Partly cloudy, the high today of 80. Gusty winds today, but right now it's 62.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
Justice for Selena. I saw you post this, Nerys.
Yeah.
So the woman who shot and killed Selena will not be freed. She is going to stay behind bars. The decision came down yesterday when a parole board in Texas denied Yolanda her bid for freedom.
What you out there talking about it was Selena's fault?
It's a pretty weak argument. Well, you shouldn't have came at me that way.
Yeah.
Seriously? Really?
You shouldn't have came at me that way for me stealing from you.
Listen,
Yeah.
I hope and pray I never have to go to jail. But if I get up on parole, I'm gonna say all the right things. You know what? I made a mistake.
Yeah.
And I've learned in these 30 years in prison that what I did was horrible. There's not a day to go by
And
that
then,
I don't think about it.
and then the community is just going to be like, the audacity, sir.
But it's just like, what was she expecting? She's blaming it on the person that she killed after she stole from her, like Brian said.
Well, I think she was expecting like the news cycle flipped so fast.
Yeah.
And that this news cycle has been a long, long time. There's a lot of people that don't even know who she is. I think she probably thought, let's see what happens.
Yeah. So they're claiming that she still poses as a continuing threat to the community. So that is why she
She's a
is.
threat.
That's what they said.
How old is she now?
She is, I don't know. I think she's in her 60s, right?
Yeah, she
Or something
definitely
like
looks
that.
like she's up there.
Who's she threatening?
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone with that argument. I would have gone with you did a bad thing, you don't get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Seth Rogen has a fear that he's going to die with too much money. And I think this is because he doesn't have kids.
Yeah.
And he's
I
like,
can help him with that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't have children and I'm afraid I'm going to die and be like, I could have had an effing place on the beach. I could have had all these things, So I think he's now realizing, he's like, I don't want to die with $10 million in the bank that I could have spent doing fun, alive things. So he's just doing that like as of now.
Yeah.
He's like jetting away and doing all these things.
Well, a lot of actors, you don't know when that next part's going to come, So it's kind of like being a pro athlete. You want to spend your money.
Yeah.
Once you hit that A level, then
When you got
good.
residuals.
Yeah,
He's got
yeah.
a ton of
Yeah,
residuals.
so he's good.
He said life is for the living and you can't take it all the hard-earned money. You can't take it whenever
Nope.
you go.
I'm like, you need kids? Listen, I need a daddy.
We'll talk about love later.
Yeah. This is also really funny. Kelly Clarkson was on a podcast and she was talking about how she didn't even know American Idol was a TV show when she was auditioning.
Really?
She was on the first season.
Yeah.
So she was like, oh, this might work. I might meet someone or whatever, but nobody knew it was going to make it such a big
It's
thing.
an audition for a show, some type of competition show.
And she was like, literally, we were kids. She was 19 years old, just trying to pay her electric bill. And she was talking about how people were mean to her actually back in the day, despite winning the show, because she was from a talent show.
Mhm.
Like that's how she was found.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of foreign to people back in the day when she did her first, the first American Idol season. But
it was like the early days of online dating.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
embarrassed
Ooh.
to tell people that's how you met someone. Then
Yeah.
it just became normal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She said that like she was taping her auditions and all that stuff. She didn't know it was going to be a show, let alone
I
that
believe that.
successful, like I said. But then it was like the third audition. She was like, oh, this is a TV show.
Now American Idol's something to come on Sunday nights, but back in the day, it was must-watch family TV.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Their ratings were through the roof.
2 nights a week.
Yes,
Mhm.
it was had to stop everything to watch.
But when it started, the only person you had heard of really is Paula Abdul.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
true.
Randy Jackson. But even Simon Cowell wasn't big in America, and nobody knew who Ryan Seacrest was.
And everybody thought Randy Jackson was one of the Jackson brothers.
Yeah.
Until they saw him, they're like, He played for who?
He played bass for what?
What? That show definitely made a name for him, man. All right, what did we do yesterday? We call them updates, and we'd like to give them to you, and we'll do that next on Johnny's House. If you suffer from anxieties, that's your song. You're like, she knows. She gets it. That's Doche. She won a rap album of the year at the Grammys. 620 Johnny's House, breezy and partly cloudy today with the high of 80. It is 62 right now. Yesterday did the normal. I had to go to a board of directors meeting for Runway of Hope. Then I went and picked up the kid from school, and I have a friend that's in town for business. He's at the World Center Marriott, and I went to pick him up so we can hang out. And I said, let's go smoke a cigar. And we went out to Blue Martini because you can sit out by the outside and smoke cigars. And we were out there and watching people watching. And the night started getting later, and it turned into a Latin night.
Nice.
And I'm like, oh.
Did you go to Mango's?
No. I was home by about 9:15. I was telling the nurse, I walked in and said, hey, Johnny, hey, Bobby, bye. Got in my car, got the hell up out of there. No. Those days of Johnny's over.
It was calling you.
Yes, it was. Back in the day, I owed everybody who said that a drink. Let's get it started. Ray, how was yours?
It was good. I went over to see my friend who does Reiki. She's also like a life coach.
Yeah.
And so it's so funny because I sit and talk to her, and she's known me since I was in like first grade.
Okay.
So it's really funny to just like talk to her about things.
Mhm.
And then after that, I went to lunch with some coworkers.
Mhm.
And then after that, I went for a run. It was nice out last night.
Yeah. It got kind of cool a little bit. Not cold, but kind of like, oh, where did that come from?
I was just going to run a couple miles. I ended up running like 5 miles.
Really?
Yeah, it felt so good out.
Wow, I don't even do that driving. Driving home, I'm like, I feel good today. Let me drive an extra 5 miles. I've never even done that. No.
Yeah.
B, how about you, man?
It was cool. I just got stuck here all day yesterday. I didn't leave here till after 2:00, so it was a long day yesterday.
Mhm.
And then I did catch about a 45-minute nap at the house, but then I had to go fix my market lights because someone knocked them down.
Oh, no.
I ain't going to say no names, but someone knocked them down. Well, one strand of them. They pulled it out the wall. So
Really?
So I had
I set up a little camera out there.
I have one. My Safe Touch security camera caught it all.
Mhm.
And so I had to go to Lowe's, get myself some new stuff to put up to fix it so it stays next time someone happens to accidentally hit it.
But if you
And
don't knock down my light, that's an accident that happens. You got to tell me.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they didn't. And then my wife and I, we record Survivor on Wednesdays and we watch it on Thursdays. So we did our Survivor date night last night.
I heard last night was very emotional.
It was. There's a girl on the show that's on the spectrum.
Okay.
And she was told very young that her parents were told that she really won't do anything in life.
Mhm.
And her best hope is to marry somebody else with autism so they can kind of just live together.
Yeah.
And her parents were like, we ain't buying that.
Mhm.
So she actually is like in college now. I think she's working on her doctorate. She plays hockey on the men's hockey team.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And she's really, really good. But no one on the island knows except for one guy that she felt comfortable telling because he's her ground. So
Yeah.
if she starts to have an episode,
Yeah.
he knows how to handle it, like
Yeah.
hold her hands. Like, but she didn't want to tell anybody else because she didn't want to use it against her.
Yeah.
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 But last night during a challenge, it came out. And so she kind of had an episode.
Mhm.
And so she ended up actually finishing it anyway, which
Mhm.
she said usually she would have just shut down.
Yeah.
And so it all came out. Jeff, the host, Probst,
Yeah,
cried
he
for
was
the first
crying,
time.
yeah.
And I've watched that show for years. It's the first time he's ever cried.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was
I heard
really
it
cool.
emotional.
It was really cool.
Mhm.
And it was her saying, like, look, just because your kid has autism or you feel like you're on the spectrum, don't let
Mhm.
anybody tell you can't do
Nope.
anything. It was one of those things.
Not at
So
all.
yeah, that's why everybody was like, oh my God.
Wow. Nerese?
Very productive yesterday. So got some work done here and then went home, edited, took about a good 30-minute nap, and then went to the gym, came back home, meal prepped for the week. And
Well, we go over.
yeah.
Well, you showed it up
Well, it's
Thursday to Thursday?
No, because it's like once it starts like,
Yeah.
I need to replenish my kitchen,
Yeah.
my fridge. So it's like, oh, okay, we're about to. And I think my mom is coming this weekend with the kids.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let me start putting stuff in the fridge.
See, I've already
again.
planned for Sunday. I'm marinating meat now to show prep.
Oh.
I mean, not show prep. We do
Meal
get show prep.
Yeah.
To meal prep for the week.
Yeah.
I might try that Thursday thing.
I mean, I know it's like a Sunday kind of concept. I know.
No.
but
Hey,
it's like-
everybody's different.
Yeah.
I
I'm
work
gonna try the
every day.
Thursday. I'm gonna try the Thursday to Thursday.
It might be smart because then you go into the weekend full prepped and
Yeah.
you don't
You
get
have
off
to worry
track.
about it.
So it
No,
could be
I
smart.
got you.
I
So,
just work every day. I'm like, let me just
No,
get this done.
No, I got you, man. Everybody's different.
You
I'm
know?
like, Thursday. You might be on this. I don't even know.
I let my wife worry about nutrition. Bad.
Give it a try.
If I could, I'd get me one of those too. All
Hey,
right, listen.
she cooked up some steaks last night.
Did you really?
Yes, sir. All
okay.
and vegetables and everything.
Okay. There you go. All right. We come back. We'll talk about monsters under the bed or in the closet. All that stuff coming up on Johnny's House. Bruno Mars, Lady Gaga. It's 6:36. This is Johnny's house. Breezy. They say up to 25-mile-an-hour wind gusts today. Otherwise, it's going to be partly cloudy with the high of 80. It is 62 right now. So Nerissa babysitter was babysitting the kid, and they found a man up under the bed.
Yes.
Lord.
Oh, hell no.
I know. Like, what is it? Intrusive thoughts, like unlocked for sure. The story came out yesterday. Basically, this babysitter, I believe up in Kansas, she was watching this little girl, and the little girl was just, your typical kid, just, hey, there's a monster under my bed. And so the babysitter went to go check, just to give her the security of peace of mind. She went to go check, and this man was, this legit man was underneath the child's bed. And they were saying that this man used to live in that house, and obviously now he's been given, like, repercussions. They caught him later on when he, like, fled the scene and stuff.
Now, Brian, when that story that you did in Weird But True,
Yeah.
there was a man, he was under the bed.
Just living up under someone's bed. Yeah.
That's scary.
Like living?
That means
He would come out at night.
Yeah. You just come out at night while everybody's asleep.
that
They
just
go up under
means
the bed.
where is this guy hiding in during the day?
Under the bed.
Hey, here's my thing. If I'm the babysitter, the first thing I'm going to do is find a broom, and I'm just going to jig him. You better come up out of there. Wow.
Throw hands like I've never seen it before.
So we want to find out if were you afraid of something in your room? Now, again, I come from a large family. Me and my two brothers shared a bedroom, and I was on the lower bunk. My brother's on the upper bunk, and I had another brother that had a single bed. But seeing I was on the lower bunk, my oldest brother would set his bunk bed up like he was in there asleep.
Right.
But he would actually be under my bed, wait till I fall asleep, and then a hand comes up from us.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I told my parents, and then he got punished. That's how it went down.
Yeah.
That's how I started to learn that, sometimes snitches do get riches.
Yeah, right.
You ever have a monster V?
No, I mean, we just had this one room in one of my stepdad's houses, or his parents' house, that had that stupid little ventriloquist dummy sitting in it. And I used to be afraid of it. So I used to run past that room because I could see it. They would leave the door cracked. It would sit in the corner in a little rocking chair. And so I would run past that room because I wasn't having it.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing. I never really had an actual person under my bed or anything.
I think I mentioned when the last time you mentioned this story, I had an aunt that lived in what we call the country. That meant they had a house and it was miles around that no other house was there.
Yeah.
And they had an old room that had number porcelain dolls.
Yeah.
No.
And all of a sudden you walk by and one of the eyes, not both eyes, is
No.
Yeah, that's kind of what this room was. It was just full of stuff like that. And in this little tiny baby rocking chair in the corner was a ventriloquist dummy. And it's I'm still afraid of them. Like I used to, that door was always right. You walk in the front of the house, and then there's like a little family room, and then there's a hallway that gets to the rest of the house, and that door was right there. So I always had to walk past it. I used to sprint past that door.
I had to throw a blanket over it while I'm there.
I didn't want to go in.
Yeah. Ray, what'd you have? Did you have one?
Yeah, I was always scared of underneath my bed and behind the shower curtain. Like I would always check everything.
Don't you do that now?
I still do.
Really?
I think it's just because I watched too many scary movies at a young age. And my sister also would like to traumatize me, and she would hide under my bed.
Yours too.
And she would do, you know how the Jason, they'd be like,
yeah.
Like she would go, Sandra. No. And like whisper and say my name and freak me out. So yeah, I blame her also for my traumatization.
But I think it's a big brother's, a big sister's duty.
I don't know what it is
to do that. Nerissa, you ever have one?
Oh yeah, the movie The Ring, the girl that crawls out of the TV, that shook me to the bone. It's the reason why I'm scared of the dark today, honestly. And it's funny enough because in my bedroom at the time, I also shared a room with my sister. We had twin beds, but it was the one that you could tuck underneath.
Yeah.
You know, it had hydraulics.
Pull it out. Mm-hmm.
When I would jump to the bed, when I would turn off the lights, sometimes I'd land too hard and it would just drop to the floor. I just got to the point where my mom's like, just leave it on the floor.
Why did they do that? We want to find out, even now, if you're young enough, if you have a monster in the closet, under the bed, it was something that scared you. We're going to hook you up with a pair of tickets. See Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, Restless Leg Tour, Edition Financial Arena is going to be here on Saturday. You want a night out on us? We got to hear about the monster in the closet, under the bed, through the window, something that you're afraid of when the lights went out. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. The XL Mobile is always available to text. That's 41067 on your phones. And the live streamers that are watching our show right now, you can drop a comment and we'll throw it on social media. What were you afraid of when the lights went out? We want to hook you up with a night out on us, but you got to call us right now. This is Johnny's house. Sizzle on Johnny's House, 8:52 on a Friday morning. Where it's going to be breezy today, getting up to about, I think they say it's going to make it up to about 80 to 62 right now, and partly cloudy. Babysitter, he goes, there's a monster under the bed. There's a monster under the bed. Goes in the bedroom, there's a man under there. Good thing there's no weapons in the house, boy. Want to find out, what were you afraid of? What was the thing under your bed or in the closet that frightened you? We're going to hook you up with some tickets to see Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, the Restless Leg Tour at the Edition Financial Arena. It's tomorrow night. We got to hear from you first, all the way over in Big Haynes City. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie. Stephanie, push the button. Hello? Put you on hold. We'll have to come back on that one. From Orlando, Sarah. Sarah, good morning.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. That's not a good thing. All right, hold on one second. Let's see what we got here. There we go. All right, there you go. Hey, Stephanie.
Hi.
Did you hear us yelling your name?
No, because my name is Sarah.
Oh,
That's weird.
that is weird. Okay, Sarah, how you doing, Sarah? Are you calling from Orlando?
Good. I am calling from Orlando.
Well, son of a.
Woo! There's a monster in the machine. Well, how you doing, Sarah? Go ahead and tell us about the monster you're afraid of.
So when we were younger, if we would stay at my grandparents' house, they had a waterbed in the spare room where us kids would sleep. And my grandfather used to tell us that underneath, because there was a little door at the foot of the bed, that trolls lived at the foot of the bed underneath so that we wouldn't get out of bed during nap time. So to this day, I won't stand like with your toes just under the edge of the bed.
Yes.
I'll take big steps to get in and out of bed. And
you know, it's funny how parents try to get you to do things back in the day to behave, not knowing that it was messing you up mentally and emotionally as an adult. They had no idea.
Right.
And what are your grandparents doing with a water bed up in the room? What they've been there doing?
It was in the guest room.
Right.
My parents had one too. I'm like, we used to play in it all the time.
I'm not surprised by that. I met your parents.
Right. They got waterbed written all over them. And I mean that in a good way.
Oh, of course. A very good way. You hold on a second. So I'm assuming, let's see, we put a person on hold. I'm assuming this is Stephanie?
Yes.
From Haynes City?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
There's a glitch in the Are you sure you typed him on the right line?
There's you really can't mess that up.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. All right, we'll figure this out. We got a little situation going on here. All right, let's hear. What were you afraid of?
Well, my story is similar to Sarah's. My mom, this is probably my first memory. When I was 5 years old, I had like a phase of sleeping in my parents' bed.
Okay.
And I'm a hot sleeper.
Okay.
And I would sleep with my feet out of the covers. And my mom made up this mythical monster, the Kukalukas, that they would come and eat my toes if I had them out from under the covers.
Oh, gosh.
And it must have been like summer or something, because the next day I went to her work, and then one of her coworkers or someone outside had their foot wrapped up. And was like, oh, the Kukalukas got them. They slept with their feet under the covers or out from under the covers. And still to this day, I cannot sleep with my feet like out from under the blanket. I have to be like super bundled up. It's like traumatizing to this day. And I'm 27 years old. I'm like, Mom, you caused me lifelong trauma.
Yes. And there's a lot of people. I think if we did a topic on that stuff like that, everybody would have something. Even now, your toes out. You're like, hey, come on my toes. Why? The Kukaluka monster coming.
You know, I mentioned it to her. Like, Mom, do you remember telling me this? She denies.
Of course she did. Listen.
So long. She's like, I would never lie to you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, you did, Mom. You hold on. B, what's over there, man?
XL Mobile powered by Attorney Dan Newland. Interact, need a check. It's a no-brainer. Just call Attorney Dan Newland. Someone said they're from up north. They have basements, and the light for the basement was at the bottom of the steps. So you have to turn the basement light off and then make it to the top of the steps.
The basements are so scary.
They said they almost broke them neck trying to get up to the top with the lights off.
I didn't understand that. It didn't have one at the top and at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's just one at the bottom.
Yep.
That made no sense at all. All right. The person who was afraid of Oompa Loompa Monster got a pair of tickets to see Tina Fey, Amy Poehler tomorrow night at the Edition Financial Arena. Ray, what's going on?
The U.S. Securities did the investigation on the Haktua
oh,
crypto.
yes. I heard the story behind that,
Yeah,
man.
well, it's now closed.
Is it?
Yeah.
3 minutes away, Johnny's house.
Coming up in just 3 minutes, Lola Young, Messy. 'Cause I'm too messy. XL 1067. Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
Okay, obviously, Hawk Tua, the girl that got famous, she released that whole coin in the crypto, and she got involved with all of that. Well, now the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, they launched the investigation after Haley, her meme coin came out. It was called the Hawk token. Well, it crashed in value after rapid rise and left a lot of investors, many first timers, kind of just like, what the heck?
What I saw behind it is that she got up with these cats. She knew nothing about crypto.
Yes.
She got up with these guys. Her crypto sold extremely well. And once it peaked, they pulled all their money out.
Yeah.
So then it took away the value of the coin.
That's how meme coins work. I mean, you're it's like a slot machine. You're rolling the dice.
Yeah.
And that's what they were saying. They said those heavy losses also prompted a lawsuit against the creators of the coin, but not Haley. The suit alleged that the creators were negligent because they didn't get proper approval to launch the coin. Well, now they closed the investigation without making any findings against or seeking any monetary sanctions from Haley. So she's basically clean. She's good. She's good to go.
What it does is the story said, she rose to stardom because of that stupid comment she made. And she hasn't ever felt the negative backlash. There were people trying to kill her because they invested tens of thousands of dollars.
Because her name was on it.
Well, that's your fault.
Yeah.
It really is. Well, first of all, you should really research what meme coins are. Like they really are. There are a group of people that know when they're going to bail and they're going to get rich. You, as not one of those people, are just rolling the dice.
Yeah. So, she made an announcement on social media that she's back. She's happy to be starting back up again because she did the smart thing. She was silent during the whole investigation. She kind of hid and went away. But now that it's closed, she said there's a documentary in the works. There's a Hawk Tua documentary in the works where she talks about the Talk to a podcast that she has that is actually doing pretty well. And people that are connected to her and how she's got the LLC behind the coin, or she did. So she's going to be putting out a documentary about it.
It's insane that this woman has now become a millionaire.
Yeah.
By making the dumbest statement you've ever heard.
Absolutely.
21st century.
Insane.
It's just also crazy to me because she is doing a lot of good things with the money that she does a lot of charity work. And so that's where it's like kind of cool.
Ray, if I went from just a girl drunk talking to somebody on the street to a millionaire, I'm thanking God every day.
Yes.
Well, I do that anyway now, but every day.
Right.
Hey, you need some money? I'm going to break you off.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, she's got like a charity foundation, all that stuff.
Absolutely.
This is wild. Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy, their bodies are still unclaimed.
I thought you were going to say still in that house.
Oh, no. Yeah, for real. Oh, my God.
They're still in the house.
Oh, dear God. So I guess what they're saying that they reached out to the Office of the Medical Investigator in New Mexico, and they confirmed that the list of unclaimed descendants is Gene and Betsy. They're on there.
Kids said they ain't give me no money. I ain't coming to get you.
It's wild because Gene has 3 kids, and the sisters had spoken out in the press after the death of their dad, who left basically all of his fortune to Betsy.
Yeah.
So
and Betsy left hers to him, and they died at the same time.
Yes. So now the fact that Gene and Betsy's bodies were discovered and now unclaimed.
Now, Brian, you got yourself 3 kids.
Yeah.
You ain't leaving nothing.
Right.
But not one has a heart to say, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know their family dynamic. So, like, I don't know. I mean, were they terrible parents?
I don't know.
Like, because
I don't know.
No, I know my family dynamic, and I also wouldn't go claim my dad. So, but I don't know theirs.
Yeah.
So I can't speak to that.
Well, you got to understand he acted in a lot of movies. He was not there.
Right.
A lot. Obvious. He had
to be fair, I don't know their family dynamic, but I would think
somebody,
like he probably over the years did a little something for you.
Yeah.
And so you probably be like, just at the very bare minimum, let me go claim
it. Or at least go to the lawyer or whoever's in charge of the estate and say, hey, can I get enough money out to take care of it? I know he didn't leave me a damn thing. I ain't even asking for me.
Right.
It's been over a month.
Oh my
So the thing is that officials said that it's not unusual for bodies to remain unclaimed for a month after dying. It said it's unclear if they are unclaimed because the family is possibly still making funeral arrangements or finalizing plans. I don't know. That's the only exception.
I know somebody's mom died on Monday. They buried her on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So what's the wait? You waiting for family to come
I
in
don't know.
town?
Now I feel like the story's out. It's going to press them to go do something just because the story is out.
My mom passed on a Monday, and we had her service on a Friday.
On a Friday.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we were literally next day making arrangements.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, dude, they got a group text going on right now going, you go get him. Nah, you go get him.
Yeah.
Nah, you go get him. Man, I ain't going to get him.
Look, you're the oldest. You need to go get them. Well, look, everybody got a couple dollars. Let's put some dollars together and go get them.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to get him. I ain't getting her.
Man,
Oh my gosh, that's so sad.
that is. So is it both of their kids or just his?
I think they're just his because there's a pretty big age difference.
Yeah,
between
it's
them.
his.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are his. I don't think she had any kids.
Okay, so the mom, I'm assuming she ain't around.
I don't know.
Like the ex-wife, right? Like,
yeah,
really?
no, the
Like,
ex-wife, like, I hate him, but bury him. I ain't putting him no headstone.
Like-
But really, just leave him though.
Yo.
So like you say, Brian, I don't know the family dynamics behind
Tom
that.
Cruise was in the firm with him. He needs to roll up and get him.
Yes.
yeah,
For
right.
real. And it was a damn good movie.
All right, fine. I'll take it.
I'll take
it.
Really? Let's just get this over with. What's trending is on the way next on Johnny's House. $7:08, it is Johnny's House, and expected to be partly cloudy and 80, 62 right now, and gusty winds happening today. All right, Nerys, what's trending?
Yeah, any talks about digging out treasure got me thinking about B. So, Brian,
Yes,
this one's
sir.
for you.
I'm a treasure hunter.
Let's
All
go. Scientists have discovered an estimated 18 million tons in lithium, aka white gold,
Mhm.
underneath California's Salton Sea. So its estimated value right now is approximately $540 billion. And if you don't know, lithium is a key component in things like rechargeable batteries,
Yep.
which could position the U.S. as a major player in the global battery market and could be a huge game changer for global electric cars.
No, we can't get it because it's in California. It's going to disrupt some weird fish.
Yep, I was just going to say that. Although this could help provide a huge economic boost, unfortunately, there are also some concerns of extracting it because it could cause some environmental changes.
Well, if it's in
water
Florida,
sources.
we'd be out there with a shovel right now.
Yeah, for real. It's like you see white
Get what you
gold.
need. Yep. Wow.
So baby brand Frida is now going to give you the chance to experience what breast milk tastes like in the form of ice cream. Now, I know that April Fool's is just around the corner, but this is not a joke. Also, with the exception that this isn't going to be actual breast milk. It's just like a replication of the taste of it. So it's good. The concept of it is going to be sweet,
Who is
creamy.
that for? Kids or adults?
Adults. Yeah.
I've never wondered.
Yeah.
Me either. I've never wondered either. Right.
Different.
What's that?
I was gonna say everybody's breast milk is different.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know.
No, but there's a lot of interest in people just drinking it or wanting to taste it.
Yeah, because they're freaks.
Yeah, I've literally never met a person who was curious.
Yeah, no.
Because I think if you are curious, you don't talk about it.
Right.
One of the Kardashians, she would drink her milk when she was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be good for you, like nutrients wise.
Sleep is good for you too.
I mean, if you want to do that because it's yours, that's cool. But
Yeah.
like to put it like in a popsicle and try to sell it to me.
Yeah, I've seen people do that, have it with their coffee. So yeah, again, this isn't going
Who
to
you
be
know they have it
actual
with their
breast
coffee?
milk.
Who you seen? You said I've seen people. Who?
No, I've heard people.
you heard.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Excuse me.
All right.
Wait,
Excuse me.
Because I want to know their name.
Because I'm trying to find out what freak group do you hang
No.
out with?
Right.
Although I do
Hey, let me
find
give
it to
some
be
of that.
interesting. You wouldn't try breast milk?
No.
Really?
Absolutely not.
I
Right?
literally just got rid of my last breast milk.
I have no
Really?
desire to do
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Have you
Like you
tried
had it
it
in the freezer?
Ray?
It was in the freezer.
Oh.
But after
Yeah.
so many years, it goes bad.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I have no
I mean,
desire.
I
Never
feel like
thought
I would
of it.
try it.
No.
Anyways, we'll go outside fridge later. But if you're interested, you could check out the details on their website, Frida's
What's
website.
that? Ice cream.
Ice cream. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is going to have like nutrients in it, like omega-3 vitamins and hydration. So, try that out if you want to.
Can I get it like cookies and cream style? Can I get it
Sure you can.
cookie dough style?
Do you walk up?
I can't.
Can I? I'm not gonna do it.
Oh,
Do it.
no.
Right.
He was going to do it in the voice.
I'm not gonna do it. And I'll creep Ray out when I say.
I'd like
Get
to
some of that.
order a booby crunch sundae.
Y'all got that breast milk. Breast milk ice cream.
All right, so this is really cool. Orlando getting put on the map again. According to Census, Orlando is number 7 on the top 10 list for the 2024 numeric population growth. So shout out to Kissimmee and Osceola County who welcomed about 76,000 new residents in 2024.
Holy
Yeah,
Ooh, how
giving
many?
it to 76,000.
In Kissimmee?
Yeah,
Yes.
they didn't need that. They didn't need those people.
Well,
I'm
it
not
gave
gonna
it
lie.
a 2.65% increase and bringing the total population to nearly 2.94 million people.
Kissimmee!
Yes, too many people in Kissimmee.
Kissimmee. A lot of those people who during the pandemic moved down here.
Yeah.
They moved. They made one summer and said, I'm out.
It's hot.
I'm out.
Hey, we ain't got to wear masks no more. All right, cool. Let's go.
I'm out of here, man. All right, it's Friday. The weekend is here. You know who we talk to. Our girl, Susie the Foodie. She's going to call us up and give us some recommendations for the weekend right here on Johnny's House. That's Panic at the Disco on Johnny's House, 725 on a Friday. It's going to be partly cloudy. Gusty winds, they say up to 25 miles an hour today. 80s are high. It is 62 right now. The weekend is here. We need to get out and do some things. Let's talk to our girl, Susie the Foodie. Susie. All right, let's do that, whatever we did.
Nah, put her on hold. That side's going to be bad today.
Going to be bad? Okay. Susie.
Maybe.
Hello. Our phones are messed up.
Hold on.
Hello. Hello.
Is it me you're looking
I heard something.
for?
Click.
No, she ain't. I mean, she's there, but she ain't there.
We got a situation.
We do got a situation.
We got a
problem.
We got a problem. We got to reboot everything.
Dang
No.
it.
Can I call her again?
Yeah, try it.
You can try her on a different line. See
Yeah.
if it works.
See, and
Or have her call us.
Yeah. Susie.
Susie, hang up and call back.
If you can hear us, Susie.
Just to call the regular number.
Call the regular. Okay, she heard it. She can hear us. Hey, look, I always say this: radio's 24 hours a day. When things break, unfortunately, they break on our show.
Yeah.
They always do.
Yeah, but we just have to deal with that. And
In the meantime, we do have all of this already posted on our Instagram at XO1067.
really, so we already know the things she's going to talk about.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, she sends them over early.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Susie hits 407-919-1067.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm going back to bed. I'm going back to sleep.
Go ahead and try to call her again.
I couldn't
This
hear
is-
anything from when I got off the phone and it hung up. 407. I'm telling her to call.
Yeah. Right. Well, we got plans this weekend. We're going to get together
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as a morning show. We hadn't decided what time, though.
No, what we're gonna do probably.
I'm down. Like I said, the kid has a test on Saturday morning. He tells
There
me.
she is, line one.
All right, let's see. If we
We're gonna
can...
use the usual Denny's breakfast for the show.
Susie. Hold on. Let's try this
On
out.
the other side.
Susie.
Well, dang it.
All right, we got to fix that. Maybe I can unplug mine and reboot it.
Nope, that didn't work. Like, let's just pick out another random line and see if she shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to reboot the phone.
She says she can't hear us either.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd she know to hang up? Must
That
listen to the radio.
I told her, or I hung it up for her.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Susie, what was she gonna talk about?
Okay, sure.
I mean, we can't talk to her. I mean, what are we gonna do?
Sure. All right. Well, the first
No,
one. that
you
she-
need to describe the places. Just
Oh.
give me the list of the places.
Okay, Tiger Sugar.
Okay.
It's a new pop-up location.
There you go.
We got Frageria Ice Cream Truck. It's a New Zealand styled ice cream. Juicy Patties. It's a great spot for Jamaican patties. And we
I
also
like
got
that.
Cheese to Share, Avalon Park. You got to try their Dubai chocolate cheesecake.
What about the boobsicles? Can we get those somewhere? No.
Listen to the podcast. Listen. All right, listen. We got to work on our phones. We'll come back in a second, and we got a new term for you coming up on Johnny's House. 7:31, Johnny's house on a Friday. It's going to be 80. It's going to be 80 today. Ray, what we're looking at right now, temperature-wise, ma'am?
60.
60 and partly cloudy at 7:32. We love giving you those new terms, and the new term today is what? Floodlight?
Floodlighting.
Please explain what that is.
All right. So floodlighting is basically talking about yourself or telling too much about yourself too soon.
To anybody, the strangers, or just...
So this is supposed to be like a new term for like dating. So if
Okay.
you go on a date and they kind of like floodlight you, where they tell you so much about their life in the beginning.
Yeah.
But I feel like some people, like in normal conversations, I, for example, do tell a lot about myself when I first meet you.
See, I'm the total opposite. I don't tell you nothing at all.
I don't know if it's like a nervous thing that I do, but it's just
Really?
Kind of go in.
So you know you're doing this.
Yes.
And you don't ever catch yourself going, you know what? I'm talking a little bit too much. Or I'm saying a little
It's
bit too
not
much.
that I'm talking. Yeah, I think I just say too much.
I'm just saying a little bit too much.
Like, for example, she said that like somebody was on a date and they said, I'm an only child. I hate my dad. I'm on a cleanse. I have a ton of debt. And technically I'm banned from Walmart.
Oh, right. Well,
that's a bit much. That's a bit much. See, I wouldn't do that. I was always, when I would date, it was always kind of superficial kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, what do you like? Where do you go? I remember a time I did this. Even now don't tell too much. That's just me. I guess I'm very protective of our show and very protective of me. So I'm thinking, if you're asking me all these questions, why are you asking me all that? Why are you asking me what color I like? What does that mean to you?
So I feel like,
trust issues.
Yeah, no.
asking.
I don't look at it as trust. I look at it as safety issues.
Yeah.
I just don't do it.
I think that asking questions though is like different because then that's somebody's like they're intrigued in the conversation and they want more from you. But
Yeah.
if it's like you just being like, listen, this is who I am. Like if I was just like, hey, by the way, I was on probation for battery. I was detained and I was suspended from school. I had, a bad relationship with my parents a little bit
But is that
growing
a
up. I
fir-
also
that's a-
lived in a hotel.
Is that a first date conversation though?
No,
But
that's what they're saying.
That's why
It's a
they're
problem.
saying it's a flood. You're floodlighting them.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I wouldn't drop all that at one time. That's a lot to drop. That's a lot to drop on somebody.
Yeah.
You
and
know.
they're saying you really shouldn't just because it's a little overwhelming.
I'm for it. Let's put it all out.
First date,
That's,
right there.
That's where I know what's what.
I don't mind you doing it.
And it's kind
I
of
just
like
don't want to do it.
I think I do it because it's kind of like I'm an open book and it's either you take me as I am or whatever,
Yeah.
or you don't, can you handle it or not?
Yeah, like this is what to expect.
I mean, I haven't been on a first date in a very long time. So
Yeah.
for me, it's kind of foreign to even think about. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself,
Mhm.
like, of course, why not just throw it all out?
It's too much.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're dating and you're a little older, that meant that you had some dates before.
Yeah.
And if you're out there dating, that meant it didn't end well, that something occurred.
Mhm.
You're giving me all this baggage. I just left that baggage.
Yeah.
Slowly, give me a walk-on bag first.
Nah, dates are too expensive, man. If I could get it all out in the first date, that way I know if there's a reason for two. I don't need to find out something that's like a game changer, deal breaker. Dates in.
I had one question after we had, we were talking and everybody comfortable, and I would ask, man, what's the craziest thing that you did in your last relationship? And women would tell you, and I'm telling you, this one woman said, oh yeah, a man told me that he was home and he was at the club, and I said, really? She said, my girlfriend saw him. I said, what'd you do? She said, I went to his house and I took my key. And I was like, you did, girl. And I'm making her think the whole time, girl, you crazy. Yeah. The whole time, like, I ain't going out with you again.
Now, imagine that unsolicited, she tells you that on the first date.
Yeah.
You saved yourself 3 dates. See?
But
Boom.
no, you just can't blame her for that because she's just telling you what that guy put her
Okay,
to
and
do.
I know
No,
that's
I-
not something I want to deal with. I can blame her for whatever the hell I want because that's my choice.
To each his
So
own.
I'm out.
Yeah. My thing is once I because they're very comfortable in answering that question. I've
Yeah.
never met one that was because you do it in a joking manner. Or this one guy, I bought him these shirts and all this sudden, and I saw him wearing out, and I went to his house. I put bleach in the bathtub, and I'm like, you crazy girl, you did all that. And I'm thinking to myself, I gotta get out of this day because you crazy. Because if you gonna do that to him, you gonna do that to me.
when I go through these series of like, trying to talk to people or whatever, like I'm same thing, very
Yeah.
superficial in a
Yeah.
sense of like, I don't want you to know me and what I do with my job.
Yeah.
Don't be influenced by that, just by who I am.
Yeah.
But when it comes to stories like that, because trust me, I got a story.
I know, and you will.
dog.
If you sit there joking
But-
with a guy and he's like, Girl, you seem like you dated. Like, man, tell me what's the craziest thing that ever happened on a date? You think we bonded? And I'm
Listen,
sitting there going, you crazy.
You asking that question makes me want to answer it. And I was like, ooh, that's a scary response. But I wouldn't want to share that story right off the bat because I wouldn't want you to judge me off that character from what the guy put me through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll tell you maybe like 5 dates in because, you know, you're dating a Latina.
Well, then you wasted 4 dates for me.
No, because you don't know because you
For
wouldn't-
me, you
no,
did.
because if I was dating someone with good potential and
Yeah.
good heart,
Yeah.
like they wouldn't bring that outside of
But
me. I'm
see,
just
I
saying.
would have, okay, if you had said, yeah, my last boyfriend, it kind of hurt. I'm like, wow, it probably hurt a lot what he did. I mean, you see, this is how it would diffuse you, and you would easily say, you seem like a really sweet person, man. I bet it really hurt you what he did. And you, at that point, your mind would go somewhere, yeah, like, what did he do? Wow.
He
And how did you
cheated.
handle it? Wow, how did you handle that? You know, and you tell me, I'm
I
like,
swung.
see?
Right. And so I don't care how much I like you, how good of a person I am. That's in you. I don't need it.
Do you want to bring it out?
I don't need it. What doesn't matter? It's there and I don't want it.
See, I
so I'm
found-
out. You can tell me on the first
Yep.
date, save me
Yep.
4 dates.
See, I found that out. That's the first date conversation I just had, right? It cost
Yeah.
me 2 drinks because right now you think I don't have a judgmental tone. I'm just like, wow, he really hurt you with that. Yeah, you swung on him. He probably deserved it. You're like, yeah, I'm deserving to get up out of here because I ain't going to ever call you back again.
Well, that's what she's talking
Bro,
about.
that's how,
Doing
like,
it on the first date. That's
Yeah.
floodlighting.
But I asked
But you,
for it. Yeah.
okay, so you're cheating the system because
Yes.
you're coaxing her.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yes.
you're like a police officer
Yes.
in
Yes.
interrogation room.
Yes.
You're cheating.
Because not everybody's like you, Ray. Not everybody is that's what floodlighting.
Floodlighting.
Not everybody's going to do that.
Would you prefer if somebody did though, instead of you having to try to like fish it out of them?
That's a good one.
No, I don't think you would want to because you want to get to know the person in your own way, not through the stories of their past, right?
No, you would.
Yeah,
I want to know up front.
I would think I would.
You're
You know what?
happily married.
If you did that,
So I
I
can't
would
talk.
I would. Yeah, I would listen to the sincerity in your voice.
Yeah.
If you just came across like that and your eyes didn't click to the left or anything like that, and I'm like, okay, this person really wants to tell me what's going on. I would judge by that way at that point. Okay, that's pretty cool. It was cool that you felt comfortable enough to tell me those things because that had to be hard to do, kind of thing. Now, the degree of what you're telling me ain't nothing I would run from. But if he's like, yeah, this one guy stabbed him.
Oh my God.
Like, wow, he probably deserved to be stabbed. He did.
I mean,
Check, please.
See, I want to know, like I pick up something off the shelf. I want to know the ingredients going in it, right? I read the
That's
label
true.
before I buy it, right?
Yeah.
I'm just getting your label.
Yeah, because
Period.
I'm like, yeah, I'll deal with that. You fine. So
Right.
I'll go ahead and deal with that for
Oh,
a while.
this one got 13 grams of sugar. Okay, I'll take that.
yeah.
Oh,
So
this one lit her man's clothes on fire. I don't need that.
I will say to end our conversation
Yes.
about this,
Mhm.
one expert said it's good to be open and honest about yourself, but they phrased it. There's a difference between organically engaging
Mhm.
and immediately waterboarding a date with
Yeah.
your deepest
Yeah.
traumas.
Yeah.
So it's
Totally
kind
see
of
that.
like,
Totally see that.
yeah.
Are you one of those, the floodlight, that when you meet someone, you just feel they need to know? You need to know. That way you know who I am, either if you're going to deal with me or not. Or you one of those that you just hold that kind of stuff back. Sooner or later, it's going to come out. If you spend enough time with a person, the thing that you don't want them to know, it will come out. Which one of you got a pair of tickets to Florida Citrus Sports Sideline Wine and Dine? It is happening tonight. This is an event. This is for guests over 21. Experience Orlando's finest food, wine, and beers at King World Stadium. It's happening today. To get some more information, visit sidelinewineanddine.com. Give you something to do on a beautiful night tonight. 407-919-1067, 877 919-1067. Flood lighting. Are you one of those when you meet someone, you tell them everything? Or you one of those that's a bit more reserved? 407-919-1067, 877 919-1067. XL Mobile 41067. Live stream, social media. We want to hear from you. Tell us about it. Are you want to do it? Let us know in Johnny's house. Kendrick Lamar on a Friday morning, 7:50 on Johnny's House, 61. Looking for a high today of 80, partly cloudy and breezy. You want to find out if you're floodlighting? That's when you just tell everything all at once. And we're going to give you some tickets for you to get out. And it's going to be next Friday. I got it wrong. It's going to be Friday, April 4th. It's Florida Citrus Sports Sideline Wine and Dine. Experience Orlando's finest food, wine, and beer at Camping World Stadium. It's going to be a good night. I've done it before, so hopefully you can. But you got to tell us, are you guilty of floodlighting? That means you just tell everything all at one time. Let's go to Kissimmee. Veronica, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, you guilty of it?
Yeah, but I have a good reason. No, but I have a good reason.
Okay.
I do have kids, so I like to tell people off grip, hey, because I've met certain people that be like, oh, we don't want kids, we don't want that drama. Not that I have drama like that, but other people have.
Yeah.
I've had people where they'll tell me, like, oh yeah, I have this baby mama from here, and then the other one lives over here next door to me, or the other one lives with my mama, and I'm like, what? What?
No, I don't think that's floodlighting. That's just, hey, listen, I got a kid. I got kids, and if you ain't happy, if you ain't down with that, then go about your business.
Yeah, if you stop with the I got kids, cool. Now, if you go into like how they became about and how you met them and how the other guy ain't here no more, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, but I've had a situation where I've had a guy where he floodlighted me, and I was just like, whoa. He was just like I got out of jail type, living with my mama.
Yeah.
Hey, you need to know.
And we were just like, whoa.
But see, here's the thing. He put it all out there. If you ain't down, then hey, let's just say have a good night.
All right, that's my point.
Yes.
Save me the trouble of 2-3 dates.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, and that's what I was telling you. I agree with Brian, because not only would I wouldn't want that done to me, I want somebody to be honest with me, because again, 3-4 dates down, a couple months down the road, I don't want to come and find out something that I wouldn't have wanted her, because I want to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you start a relationship right, it's going to end, good. But if you start it wrong, then that's where everything goes wrong.
So Veronica, the guy who told you all that, how many other dates y'all have after that one?
A few more until he ghosted after the fact.
He ghosted?
Yeah.
Okay, Veronica.
Wait a second. He accepted. Okay.
Go
ahead. No.
I cannot with you guys right now.
I'm just saying, you accepted all these things about him.
And then
he bailed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I even met the sister and everything. That's crazy.
All right, we're going to put you on hold.
I feel like there's something we ain't hearing.
Yeah, I know. There's a rabbit hole.
Let him go.
There's something we ain't hearing.
Yeah.
I'm going to move on. From St. Cloud, Joel, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so are you guilty of floodlighting?
Yes. This was actually going to give you guys a little quick background. I lost everything. I was in a relationship before, and then I met my wife through my cousin. My cousin's wife is my wife's cousin.
Okay.
And I came over one time for the summer, and we hit it off. And she literally told me years later, like, not for nothing, I really thought it was just going to be a summertime thing. I was like, what? Like, the fuck? Like, no.
Oh, you can't say that, bro. You can't say that. You can't say that. You know what? I am guilty of floodlighting once. When I first got divorced, every Friday I would go to the movies by myself.
Yeah.
And I was talking to a young lady, and I hadn't talked to her in a while, and I said, hey, she said, what are you doing? I said, I'm going to the movie. You want to go? She said, yeah. And afterwards, we went to, I think it was Adobe Gillis.
Okay.
Ooh.
And there was nobody there. And I was talking. She said, what you been up to? And I let it all fly.
Oh,
I mean, everything. And she looked at me like,
This man's going through something.
I mean, if you were like in the thick of it, it's probably because you needed to. Yeah.
That's probably when a lot of people do it,
Yes.
when it's really fresh on them.
Yeah.
and after I said, you know what? Thank you. She's like, okay.
Yeah.
You don't understand. I need it.
Right. Hey, and she said, thank you.
She called you back?
Thank you. Look ahead and delete this number. All right.
I think I talked for an hour and a half.
Yep.
And I was just like, I mean, everything. And then, really? Yeah.
You told her everything?
Everything.
Oh,
and I
dang.
sat back and I was like,
You felt good.
Yeah.
Yo.
Wow.
And she felt good that she didn't find this out 6 weeks from now.
But it changed me. It did. It changed everything because I let it all go.
See?
I let it all go. All right. Ray, look at it.
That's great. Did you go out after that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Let's go with Reggie. Reggie, good morning.
Good morning. What's going on, guys?
Reggie, don't cuss on the radio. We appreciate it.
Oh, I will not. I will not.
Yeah, okay. So you're guilty of floodlighting?
So let me say this first, real quick. I love my wife. She's one of the most beautiful women I know in this world. But she will tell all our business. I'm almost afraid if I do get these tickets, we might not be able to go to this with there's wine involved, so it's gonna be a lot of talking and sharing.
Hey, I'm gonna be there. Find me so I can meet her.
Yeah. They can swap stories.
Yes.
My man came out and said, I love my wife, but she'll tell everything. Wow. I can see the look on your face. Ray, what they saying over there?
Somebody said, let me talk and let them talk as much as they want, and I'll decide if their crazy matches mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Brian.
XL Mobile, powered by Attorney Dan Newland. In a wreck, need to check. It's a no-brainer. Call Attorney Dan Newland. We got some on both sides. Someone said, I tell all. Spill the beans. Flood. You're going to find out everything within minutes. Within a happy hour at a bar, you know everything you need to know. And then you hang or you don't. And then someone else says, I don't floodlight, but one guy gave me too much information on the first date, and that's the last time he saw me.
Yeah.
And maybe it was at the movies with Johnny Magic. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Bruh. I was in a zone.
Good for you.
I'm sure.
Doesn't it feel good?
Yes, but when I popped out of that zone, it was like an hour and 45 minutes later, like, whew, I think I might go a little shopping.
Let's get the quesadillas.
That's really.
And she's like, no, I'm good.
No, I'm good. I'm going to go ahead and go.
Yeah,
I'm going to go ahead and leave.
Not hungry no more.
Reggie, Ray wants to meet your wife so she can hear your business. Going to hook you up with a pair of tickets to Florida Citrus Sports Sideline Wine and Dine, which is going to be Friday, April 4th. For more information, visit sidelinewineanddine.com. Ray, what you working on?
We got some more of Northwest rapping.
Okay, on the way on Johnny's house.
waking up in Johnny's house. XL 1067. Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, so obviously Northwest has this rap career that she's trying to take off with, and you know, Kanye has been helping her out with that, but now it looks like she's on a track with FKA Twigs, which is pretty big.
What is that?
It's a artist,
Okay.
FKA Twigs.
Okay.
So she's great.
Okay, I have no idea what it is.
Really?
No.
I don't either.
No, she's pretty great. So she
Right, don't you?
I mean, I've heard the name. She looks very like performative.
Yes.
Like she's.
I thought it was a toy store.
She's very like artsy.
I thought it was a music
Artsy.
production company.
You're thinking FAO Schwartz.
yes. So she is kind of artsy. She's very.
Yeah.
She was underground for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
but-
it's got old school Lady Gaga vibes to it.
Yes.
Like it's very theatrical.
Okay.
So this is it's 8 minutes long. The video that
We're gonna
they
play
just-
all 8 right now.
No, we're not. No, we're
Okay.
not. So the video is 8 minutes long. Like I said, they dropped it yesterday. This is a little bit of it.
Okay.
Producer and rapper extraordinaire, the one, the only, no one. Konnichiwa, watashi no namae wa Nosu-chan, California, Kara, Tokyo, Yesu-sama, Oh-sama, Kami-sama.
Now, was this produced by Kanye?
No.
Oh.
This has nothing to do with Kanye West. This is her doing other work with other artists.
So the FKA Twigs was the one that did the introduction.
Okay, yeah.
So it reminds me of when you do the capitals Bolivia.
Yeah, La
Yeah.
Paz, Bolivia.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it's pretty cool. Or rapping in Japanese.
It's just over
and
processed though.
It is very. Beat is actually pretty catchy though, so
And
I'm
the
not.
video is very Kanye West looking. She's
Oh, is
got
it
a
really?
giant fur and
Okay.
diamonds on. Yeah.
Okay.
She looks
So-
grown.
I know.
And how old is she?
I think
I think
she's
she's 14,
11.
Yeah.
15.
11.
Is she 11?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. So, anyways, but the cool thing is that she is rapping in Japanese, and that's like her dad even said. Kanye said that that's his happy place,
Yeah.
Tokyo. So I don't
Mhm.
know if that's kind of like rubbing off on her because she does go over there all the time.
But you know what? It must be his happy place because since he's been over there, he ain't been doing anything stupid.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Megan Fox gave birth yesterday. Her and ex Machine Gun Kelly welcomed a baby girl yesterday. No word on the name yet, but she was born right there yesterday. And you can see Machine Gun Kelly posting pictures and everything, and they're so excited.
is this his first child? Yeah.
Nope. He has. I
No.
think he has a daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it's not hers.
And he cheated on her, right? So they're
Yeah.
done.
Wow, she was pregnant.
But
Yeah.
That's
But
sad.
yeah. Anyways, there is some drama besides that, which is very unfortunate because Machine Gun Kelly is supposed to be happy that he has his baby
Yes.
girl.
Yes.
Well, there's some drama obviously with Brian Austin Green, which is Megan Fox's ex-husband
Yeah.
who she has children with.
Yeah.
Brian Austin Green recently exposed some DMs that he had between Machine Gun Kelly regarding the birth of his and Megan Fox's
Okay.
child. So the screenshots that were put out there, I guess it was Machine Gun Kelly saying to Brian Austin Green, "Stop asking when our child is going to be born. Are you the feds? Quit calling TMZ and focus on that apology you owe me for speaking my name in public. You chose the wrong one to F with. Mr. Child Actor, go back to serial commercials."
Why would you be mad if he asked when your baby did?
I don't know. But anyways, Brian Austin Green exposed those DMs, and Brian Austin Green was like, "I didn't know I was a child actor, and I didn't know that was a bad thing." And so, but I'm like, it's unfortunate that his daughter was born and then that was exposed.
Yeah, I mean, he came out with a statement when Machine Gun Kelly cheated on Megan, basically saying like, "Get your act together."
Well,
Yeah.
TMZ
Like-
caught him. It wasn't really a statement. He was leaving the airport and he cursed them out on TMZ.
Yeah,
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
but
Oh,
spoken
man.
like a man, like act right.
Dang. And they got a baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say he is sober and he does look really good now.
Is he sober?
Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh,
He's been
okay.
sober for I think almost a year now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Weird stories that are true are on the way next on Johnny's House. 808, it is Johnny's house, 62 right now, looking for a high of 80. Partly cloudy and breezy today. All right, Brian, weird stories of the truth.
All right, how do we feel about ethically sourced human bodies? We feel good about that?
No, I'm not good about that.
Like for spare parts.
I don't know about that.
Scientists are now looking at the possibility of growing bodyoids, they call them. They're ethically sourced bodies. They would reduce animal testing because you'd have bodies to test things on. They would improve drug development and alleviate organ shortages.
So they're just growing.
They found a way that they can grow
without a soul,
a body without a functioning brain and everything.
Yeah.
But they could then test. How does this affect your liver? How does this affect your lungs?
But
how does this affect?
But not necessarily for if I need an arm.
Eventually they're gonna be able to.
See, that's some DNA stuff, right?
Because there's they say right now 100,000 patients currently waiting organ transplants in the United States alone.
Yeah.
So if they were to be able to grow bodies.
When I hear things like this, it reminds me of like the movie like World War Z
Yeah.
with like Brad Pitt. I'm like, this is how the apocalypse starts. People are experimenting, trying to play God. It's like, you want to find out?
I mean, that's how everything started eventually, though. Otherwise, we would all be dead by the age of 32 because we just didn't do any sort of research to find ways to stop
But you
things.
just couldn't give it a brain.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But
So
now
it'd
with
just be-
AI, though, could you then take an AI, stick it in the humanoid body that you built, and boom, you got a human?
Oh my gosh, scary.
Frankenstein.
I'm just saying. Anyway, it is actually being talked about and kicked around. So we'll see what happens with that. This happened in North Carolina. We always talk about the HOAs and how you fight with the HOAs, and then you get hit with assessments, and
they can take your house.
Right. This actually happened. Someone missed a $400 HOA payment. And she actually lost her house because of it.
They took it?
Yes.
I thought they was always just bluffing on stuff like that.
A lot of people think that. So she missed the payment. They sent her multiple letters, they say. She said she never received them. After a year being overdue, they put a lien on her house. Then they followed it up with a notice that she owed $1,200 or they were going to foreclose. She thought, man, they just talking junk. So she didn't do nothing about it. No, they foreclosed on her 3,300 square foot home. They sold it at auction for $49,000, and now the person that bought it is selling it for $850,000.
And she got to get out?
Yeah, she gone.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Over a $400 missed HOA payment.
And she said she never got. After a while, they sent them certified mail.
And they call you.
Yeah.
They do all of these things.
We ain't playing now.
And I get it because me and my HOA, we got problems.
Okay.
I'm always telling them about themselves, and but it's still.
Yeah.
If it gets to the point where they're gonna take my house, then I'm gonna do what I got to do.
I didn't pay a fine, and they were telling me, I asked a lawyer, can they? Yeah, they can take your. Man, here you owe $35. Take your dirty $35.
They're gonna send you for collections for like
$35.
$10. Yeah, it's like why?
They sure will.
Yes,
they don't
they
care.
will. Yep.
And I've seen some videos of this recently. People that do work and then don't get paid, they go back and destroy the work that they did.
Yeah.
So there's a plumbing company in Indiana, and they went back and reclogged some pipes because the customer didn't pay. So they went to this restaurant because they had some grease trap overflowing. They hired this company.
Yep.
This company came in. They cleared the clog. $235. Restaurant paid it. They went upon their way. Well, they didn't change the way they were doing things. They reclogged it again. So they called them back out. This time after hours, they came out. They said, all right, we'll fix it. This time they charged $390. But then the restaurant said, no, we ain't paying because we paid you the first time. And it clogged up again. So my man said, ha. And he went to the pipes outside, so not inside the restaurant, and he inserted a balloon and inflated it to clog the pipes so it would back up. And he said, I won't remove the balloon until you pay me. They're a restaurant. They had to get it done.
Yeah.
So they paid the man, but now they're...
But they owed him, right?
They think no because he fixed it the first time and then it broke again. He says yes because you guys didn't change the way you did things, and that's what made it break again.
Yeah.
There was an old movie with Jim Carrey called Fun with Dick and Jane.
Yeah.
And he didn't pay for his landscaping. And the man came and took the grass right off.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Took the grass right up out the ground. So that does happen sometimes. All right, we come back. We're going to talk about, would you pay someone to test the loyalty of your mate? Would you pay someone? If you want to get in ahead of it, you can call us now. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. Would you pay someone to see if your mate is loyal? You want to call on that? You can call now on Johnny's house. 8:24 on a Friday morning. It is Johnny's house, partly cloudy, gusty winds. 80 is our high. It is 62 right now. Brian, USA Today had an article talking about loyalty.
Yeah, so I was reading this article, and they have a section on it called loyalty testers. That's what they were writing about. So I guess it's people who offer to test each other's significant others by flirting with them, either over social media or, I mean, if you're close enough in real life, to see if they take the bait. They'll see if the person flirts back, or obviously, worst case scenario, they actually try to schedule some sort of meetup to go out, and then they let their partners know, hey, this is what happened, and then it's up to them to decide how they want to handle it, obviously.
Damn. I'm curious if anybody's ever done this, or would you do it, or how would that work? 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067, and would you be mad if somebody did it to you? Now I'm good. You can test me all you want to.
Right.
They're like, man, he's kind of, hey, what's up? How you doing? Hey, Johnny. Nothing.
Would you test your girl?
No. I don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't test her.
But was there a time where you would have back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm in a whole different period in my life now.
Yeah, of course.
Now, back in the day, I'd have got tested and failed.
Right.
I would have failed. They said, hey, did he do anything? Your man's a dog. Get rid of him.
Yeah.
Hey,
but you've been through battles. That changes people.
Yes. Go through a few hard wars.
Right.
You're like, you know what? I'm going to stay on the porch. I don't even want out in the yard no more.
Yeah. Changes people.
The gate's open, no leash on or nothing. I ain't going off the yard. I'm not going anywhere. Forget that, Ray. Would you?
I think if you tested me, I'd be fine.
Really?
I mean, like now and previously, I'd be fine.
Really?
Yeah. So, yeah. And I think it's like when I talk to people, though, that sometimes they get confused whether or not I'm flirting with them. But, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes think that I'm like nice. And so they think that I'm flirting with them, but I'm not.
Because I'm going to tell you why. It's easy.
Why?
Because guys are not used to pretty girls talking to them.
Oh.
So if a pretty girl took the time to talk to me, she must want me.
See, but so if your girl would send the tester, she knows your baseline for flirting. So she would know what would be across the line.
Yeah. And so I would be fine.
Right.
I would totally be fine. I'm happy in a healthy relationship. So
now, would you hire one?
No. I would want to, because I am very insecure sometimes and I get jealous sometimes. I'm willing to admit that, but I wouldn't want to just put the bait out there.
Yeah. See, I would, because I if I did it, it would be like, you know what? You got me at the best me in my life.
Yeah.
You messed this up. That's on you. Bye.
Yeah.
Brian, how about you?
Well, first of all, I'd do it right now. Yeah, I mean, literally, if I could have someone over to my house by about 9:05, now I can see it all on my Safe Touch camera, so I'm good. But I'm just saying, I would test right this second, and I would test periodically just to be sure. Now I'd pass.
Yeah.
There was a time when I could probably say I wouldn't, because my wife and I were not in a good place. That's how we ended up separated. I think if you're in a bad place in your relationship, it's a bad time to be tested.
Yes.
Yeah, it really is.
But I mean, I'd pass right now, no problem. But yeah, I would definitely say
9:05, be at the house.
I know what she likes.
Yeah.
I know stereotypically I ain't it. So I'd love to see what happens.
Nerese?
Oh yeah. You guys remember Buddy from Cinco?
Yeah.
So once upon a time, I thought about doing that with him, doing the whole loyalty testing thing, and then deep down, I just felt gross about it.
Yeah.
So at the end, we ended up just.
I think deep down inside, you knew the answer.
You knew.
Yeah, exactly. But I wanted confirmation. Because I'm hoping to be wrong, but deep down, I felt gross. I was like, that's not of me to do that. So
it's of me all day.
Here's somebody say that they've done it. Amanda, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
So you've tested somebody for their loyalty?
I did it about 5 years ago. Yeah.
Please tell.
So I saw an article on that BuzzFeed website, and it was a girl offering hey, send me $10 right now. And
I remember that. I think we talked about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I did it. I was in a terrible relationship at the time. That should have been the clue. If you want to test someone's loyalty, it's probably over already. But, oh, my God, yeah, she was a total girl's girl. I gave her the $10. She asked me all these details, where could I have met him? What would he fall for? That kind of thing. And we did it, and we got our answer.
He failed, didn't he?
Oh, he totally failed, yeah.
Well, Brian made a good point. If you're going through rough times, that's not the time to do a loyalty test, because you already got in difficulties in a relationship, and now there's somebody showing some attention.
Yeah. Were you basically trying to confirm at this point because you knew it was a bad relationship?
Yeah, and it's like I kind of had already had my suspicions. I just needed that hard evidence to convince my brain.
Now, when she finished the report, what did she say? How did she tell you?
Well, she was like sending me text updates the whole time, like with screenshots, like what he would message back.
Ooh.
And then I think by the end, he got like a little, sorry, my alarm's going off. He got a little suspicious. So he ended up like doing his research and looking her up and saying like, oh no, I knew the whole time.
Yeah.
But no, he didn't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I'm going to tell you how he knew, because he was trying to, hey, let's connect. And she kind of pushing him off. And he's like, wait a minute. We got all this good rapport going back and forth.
Right.
And you ain't trying to meet me. Something's up. All right.
Yeah, and I think it was this very, very attractive girl that at some point he thought, wait a second, I don't think she'd be that into me at this point.
Yeah. Listen, you'd be amazed at the male stupidity. We would think that is.
Right.
Yes. I've never bagged a 10 in my life, but this one won't me.
Right.
This one right here.
I got it like that.
I'm starting to put some cologne on every day.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amanda.
Have a good day.
Be anything over there, man?
Yeah, XMO powered by attorney Dan Newland. Interact, need to check. It's a no-brainer. Call attorney Dan Newland. Someone say, I wouldn't pay someone, but my husband actually thinks I have, because rando accounts reach out to him every now and then. That happens.
Yeah.
And he assumes it's her testing him.
I would
Really?
Is that you? Maybe it is.
Right.
Maybe it's not.
Right.
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
Keep you on your toes.
Someone said, if you have to test your partner, save your money. Your relationship's already over. Mind your business.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Listen, we come back. Snitches get tickets. Tell all and we reward you on Johnny's House. 8:35, it is time for Snitches. Get tickets. Got a pair of tickets to SeaWorld 7 Seas Food Festival. And you can check out the Taste of Live Music tonight with the Pop 2000 tour. We talked to Chris Kirkpatrick about that. If you want to learn more, go to SeaWorldOrlando.com. We got admission and to SeaWorld. If you want to go, Snitches get tickets. All you got to do is tell on someone and you win on Johnny's House. $8:38, it is Johnny's House, 80s Ohio. Ray, what are we looking at today right now?
63.
63, partly cloudy and breezy. Snitches get tickets. You tell on someone, we're going to hook you up with a pair of tickets to SeaWorld 7 Seas Food Festival, where the Pop 20 tour is going on tonight. If you want to see it, learn more at SeaWorldOrlando.com. All right, let's get this snitching started. From Leesburg, Jose.
Morning, Johnny's House. Morning.
What's up, man? Snitches get tickets.
Man, so I got an uncle who got divorced probably about 11 or 12 years ago, been living at my grandmother's house, pretty much rent-free, doesn't kick in, doesn't help out anything. Long story short, he is a volunteer down at the Moose Lodge, and the Moose Lodge does like different raffles and stuff like that. He won $1,500, and my grandma don't know, and she could really use a little bit of help on her stove, and and I'm trying to see if I could get him to do the right thing and just
give us some.
Give her a little something off the $1,500.
Now, how you know he won the $1,500?
Because I was there. I seen it with my own, I seen it with my own eyes.
I was there.
It was a little raffle. The ones you put the quarters in the machine and then the pull tabs. That's what they call.
Yeah.
He pulled out the pull tab and hit for $1,500 and was just like super excited. And I'm like, okay, let me see. And it's been about a week, so I'm trying to see if he even is going to mention it to grandma, anything,
Wow. Yeah. Jose, your
I'm thinking
your uncle's not a good example for you, man. It's not a good
Nah.
example.
I mean, I'm a 47-year-old man. He's 60. I know the right thing. I know how. I know what's right.
You know what's up. You hold on.
What a sweet guy.
I'm like, hey, man, break grandma off something.
Grandma ain't winning this money.
Hey, at least for 15, you got to break grandma off at least 5.
Come on now.
When you think you ain't give grandma 5,
I mean,
you're
let's
living
see.
there rent free.
But-
You ain't paying no bills.
Let's find out what she needs. She need a new stove. Let me see how much new stove
Okay.
is.
All right.
Whoa.
All right. Pray was like, whoa. Kelly,
Hi.
are you on your hands free, girl?
Yeah, hold on.
All right, we're gonna hold on a second. Yeah, okay, we'll hold on. We got all. That's a lot better. All right, go ahead. Snitches get tickets.
Perfect. Okay, so one of my friends told me that our other friend's daughter that is 6 years old is not the father. Like her baby daddy is not baby daddy.
Why did she feel the need to tell you that?
Okay, so it was one of our other friends that told me. I'm not even supposed to know. So our other friend snitched and told me, because like girls, you always have to have your one tell. Like,
yeah, but hold on. Why did she wait 6 years to tell you?
No, she didn't tell me. She told the other friend, and the friend told me, but she never told anybody. And then I guess after 6 years, she decided to tell somebody. Well, that person she told is closer friends with me. And she's like, oh my God, I have to tell you what's going on. We're all friends. So we all like cheer coach together.
Oh,
and
don't say anymore.
Yeah, give us some more details.
Yeah,
like, where do you do that?
Don't say that. Don't tell us.
Okay.
No.
And the worst part about it is that
We tried to stop the rating.
baby daddy is married with kids, and their kids are also on the same team.
Oh, wow. What team is that?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
No more.
I can't tell you what team
Okay,
it
hold on.
is,
Okay, let me get the dynamics right. Okay,
Yeah.
your friend has a baby by a guy who already has a family.
Yes.
But that guy
And-
thinks, hold on, I ain't done now. But that guy thinks that his baby, even though he cheated on his wife, she cheated on him because the baby he think is his ain't his.
Correct.
Damn!
Wow. That is a Hallmark script waiting to happen.
And they all cheer together.
So now we're all together, and other wife doesn't know that her husband has another baby
And the
with
baby's-
another kid on the team.
Oh!
And the girls.
So we always talked about how they looked very similar. I was like, wow, isn't it weird? Maybe they're like, oh, ha, ha, maybe
But
like.
hold on, though. But hold on, though. But hold on.
No, it's because they're all related.
But hold on, though. Why would it look like him if it ain't his baby?
No.
But the other
The baby, the one she cheated on, her husband, or the husband and the wife of the other guy. So the girl, my friend, had an affair with this guy. He's already married, has kids.
Yeah.
She got pregnant. This was 6 years ago.
Got it.
The other wife was also pregnant around the same time. So now both of their daughters are on the same
cheer
team,
together.
but they don't know each other. She knows, like my friend knows that
They're
that's her husband
sisters.
and that's the baby daddy. But the girl, the other wife, doesn't know that the friend knows her husband and they have a baby together.
Holy dear
All right.
goodness
All right.
gracious.
That's round one, y'all. That's round one.
Real, bro.
Deciphering that family tree made us incredibly late.
I know. Round one. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. Snitches get tickets round 2 on the way on Johnny's House. Shabuzi and Tipsy, 846. This is Johnny's house, partly cloudy with the high of 80. It is 65 right now. Snitches, get tickets. The best story, we're going to hook you up a pair of tickets to SeaWorld's Seven Seas Food Festival. And don't forget, tonight, Pop 2000 Tour is taking place. You want more information, go to SeaWorldOrlando.com. Now, you better have a story. Beat that last story.
That was good.
Woo! From Titusville, Brian, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
All right, Snitches, get tickets. What you got?
So my family conspiracy right now is my sister is a nurse practitioner. My dad's 76. He still rides a motorcycle. My aunt has terminal cancer, and my sister is basically trying to power of attorney both where she can get their assets as much as possible, so she can get as much inheritance before everybody gets everything else split up when they all both go away. My dad, there's nothing wrong with the guy. She's trying to say he's got dementia and all this stuff. I followed my dad one night because he goes down to a restaurant, and he's a regular there, and he's got lots of people that hang out with him. And I sat back in the corner. He never even noticed me. The guy had a great night. I watched him ride his bike back home. There's nothing wrong with the guy. But she's trying to literally get them to power of attorney. She can make their medical decisions. She can sign over their cars and everything. So if anything happens to them, come on, really? And now I've snitched on her throughout the whole family, and I'm having to see it. So
wow.
So if anything happens to your dad, you think that she did it?
Yeah. She's like trying to gypsy Rose.
This is your sister?
Yeah.
Has she always been that way?
Oh, good times. Yes.
Good times.
Oh no.
I'm going to say good times.
You compared her to Gypsy Rose.
Okay. We need to pick a winner. I think
Yeah, I mean, that was a good one, but.
Yeah. Wow. For him, he wants somebody to hear what's going on so they can do something about it.
Scary.
Let's see here. That would be okay. Kelly.
Hi.
Congratulations. You told a hell of a story.
Oh, yay.
Hell of a story.
Thank you.
Got a pair of tickets to SeaWorld Seven Seas Food Festival. And don't forget, Chris Kirkpatrick and the Pop 2000 Tour is taking place. SeaWorldOrlando.com if you need some more information. Wow, what an amazing story. And I hope nobody finds out about it because you gave a lot of information on the air.
You may have wrecked some unhappy homes.
Yes.
We're saved.
Oh, it'll be fine. They don't know.
Okay. She said nobody listens to Johnny House.
Sure, yeah.
Johnny's house. Nobody listens.
Nobody does.
Nobody listens to the show. All right, it's time. Is it time for the JJ Rice?
It is.
Ooh, that's cool with the sound effect.
Right?
All aboard.
It's time for the JJ Rice Whack Track, better known as the Feel Good Song. For Friday. And Brian, what is this song today for the Feel Good Song?
I think it's a spectacular choice out of the box. It is a Pitbull Bon Jovi collaboration.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
All right, let's listen to it.
Sit back and enjoy.
Here we go.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, it is Friday, so new movies that are out this
Movie,
weekend.
movies.
Did you have sugar today?
No, I just walked out the room.
Okay. Death of a Unicorn.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to see that one, boy.
It's Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega. It's a father-daughter duo who accidentally hit and kill a unicorn, and the unicorn's parents want revenge and try to hunt them down. You wanted unique and different? This is unique and different.
This animated?
It is. I like Paul Rudd. He's funny.
Yeah,
It's a comedy horror film.
Okay.
So
All right.
I think it's going to be
Paul
good.
Rudd's funny.
I think so too.
Okay.
A Working Man. That is Jason Statham.
Now, that's the one I'll go see.
Yeah.
All the movies are the same. I saw the last three. Keep all of them. That's him.
He works in construction
Of course
after
he
leaving his military past behind when his boss's daughter is kidnapped by human traffickers who uses his skills to try to save her.
That's right.
Wow, it's like Taken kind of.
Just like it. And then the Penguin Lessons. That's Steve Coogan. And then The Woman in the Yard.
That actually looks creepy. It
What
looks
is that?
it looks like a
Yard?
Jordan Peele movie.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, I did see
Now
this.
I don't know if it is Jordan Peele, but if it's not, they're very influenced by Jordan Peele. It is creepy.
Okay, so the Woman in the Yard is a widow who is injured from the car crash that killed her husband. Now she must raise her kids alone in their farmhouse. But one day, a mysterious woman showed up in a black lace, appears in her front yard. She repeatedly warns them, today's the day.
Yeah, I saw the trailer last night and I thought instantly, I'm like, oh, this got some Jordan Peele like Us type vibes to it.
Yeah.
Her sadness turns to fear when a woman in black appears in the front yard.
It was creepy. It is creepy.
Yeah. So this is cool. This is a great story. Luke Combs, he is the best, obviously. Like if you see interviews with him, he just seems like a good guy. But he recently said that his tour, his crew members and everything, when COVID hit, he paid them full salary.
Good for him.
I'm like, that's good. He sent them all a simple message that said, your families will never have to worry about putting food on the table. And then he gave all 44 crew members a full salary throughout the pandemic.
Really?
All 44 members.
That's nice. He's
I
a good
know.
dude, though.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh, imagine just being a part of that crew and
yeah.
then you hear that this pandemic shut you down. But he paid them.
Because there's a lot of artists that, good luck.
Yeah, or
See ya.
there's a lot of people that took the stimulus money and then said that they were paying the people, but they didn't.
Hey, but they're going after a lot of them now.
Oh,
a lot
yeah,
of them
they
are going to jail.
right. Elon Musk got there crunching numbers.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, Dolly Parton's California mountain cabin, she just put it back on the market. I don't know if this has anything to do with her husband passing, but it is a beautiful cabin. It's $768,000. But it's really cool if you look inside of it. There is like a guitar-shaped toilet.
Oh.
So the listing says Dolly and her beloved mother were the last to occupy this home, leaving behind decor, collectibles, furnishings, and all included in the sale. So it's like you're getting all of Dolly Parton's furniture.
You got a little bit too much money.
Yeah.
When you say, I want a toilet shaped like a guitar.
I'm just surprised it's for $700K.
Yeah, I know.
I thought you were going to say something million.
No,
Yeah.
no. So she donated the cabin to Ronald McDonald House Charities of Southern California. This was back in 2023, but now they put it back up on sale. So there you go. $768,000 if you want to look at it. It's back on the market.
So we can use that money. We can use that money. All right, we come back. It's going to be a beautiful weekend ahead, and Ray's going to tell us what's up this weekend next on Johnny's House. It's 9:11. It's Johnny's house. It's Friday. Windy today and partly cloudy. 80s are high. It is 65 right now. All right. Let's see. Over the weekend, they're pretty much the same. Sunday, they said it's going to rain, though.
Yeah, Sunday's going to be one of those weather alert days.
All right, Ray, but what's going on this weekend that we can enjoy?
All right. All weekend long at the Dr. Phillips Center for Performing Arts, Mean Girls.
I heard you're supposed to wear pink.
The Broadway, is going to be there. I'm so jealous and I'm missing these, but there's different show times throughout the weekend if you want to check it out. And that is including like the creative team that has Tina Fey. And Tina Fey is also in town as well. So she is going to be with Amy Poehler on Saturday. It's the Restless Leg Tour this is in Tampa, Edition Financial Arena. If you want to see that.
At UCF.
UCF.
I mean, that's what I meant. Did I say Tampa?
You did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Brian told me to do better this break. And,
I
so,
know, and then
now
you
I'm
did
nervous.
this.
Now I'm nervous. Also,
So could you just do a little bit of effort, please? And
no. And now I messed it up.
All right, every time she go on right, I'm going to ring the bell. Go ahead.
Well, Friday and Saturday,
No, she got it wrong.
Damn you.
Biddy Gardell.
Biddy Gardell is going to be live on stage at Bonkers Comedy Club. We're going to be there Saturday.
7 o'clock show.
So there's still tickets, I think,
Just a couple.
left for the
Yeah,
Saturday
it's like
show.
15 available, maybe.
The first annual Margarita Fest at a Loft is tonight.
Yes.
That is from 4 to 12 a.m. So live.
Isn't it free?
It is free.
Yeah.
So live entertainment, pet adoptions, and margaritas will be there. Tonight, also, the Pop 2000s tour. Chris Kirkpatrick talked to us yesterday about it. In Sync, O-Town, not the full In Sync. Ryan Cabrera, LFO, they're gonna be performing. That is at 7 o'clock tonight. Also, Orlando Magic take on the Sacramento Kings at the Kia Center. That is at 5 o'clock on Saturday. And then Pints and Paws Craft Beer Festival. That is Saturday, kicking off at noon. That is a huge fundraiser.
Speaking of that, we're going to talk to them here in a couple minutes in the building. We're going to bring them in here and tell us all about it. It's the 13th annual, and we'll tell you why you should go. You should get involved and have a good time because Saturday's weather is going to be nice. Now, all right, we're going to talk to them. We'll come back. We'll kick off the list right here on Johnny's House. 916, Orlando's number one hit music station. It's XL 1067. It is Johnny's House. Coming up, it is the 13th annual, and it's happening in Sanford. Pints and Paws Craft Beer Festival. Who do we have with us today? What's your name, sir?
My name is Paul Williams.
What's up, Paul?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. I like you because you brought gifts.
I did.
He did.
You know,
anytime you bring gifts, man, we like you a lot.
But you got sometimes you got to
Oh yeah.
prime the pump.
Oh no, we like that. Normally we ask for food, but Ray already ate, so we're good.
Oh my gosh. It's not all about me.
Right. What has Ray been talking
We
about
were
all
talking
day?
about eating all morning, and then she
Right.
found some snacks, and she's like, "I'm good."
I found a yogurt,
So
and I was like,
now
all right.
Nobody eats.
I like to eat too, so
I just get
No, I'm not at it.
hangry, so they make sure
I do
that
too.
I'm full all the time.
Absolutely. We're about to walk across the parking lot and get this girl some food. So she found some. Tell everybody about 13th annual Pints and Paws.
Well, it's a craft beer festival that we encourage you to bring your well-behaved dog to.
That's key.
Well-behaved is the key.
We say this all the time. You know your pet. You know if
Some
the dog.
people don't though.
Really?
You know people out there that walk around and they're unaware.
Yes.
Like the people that don't know their children are bad, or people that
Yes.
don't know their pets are bad.
Absolutely.
There's those people out there.
I
so-
had a dog. I loved him to death, but that wasn't an event for him.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
So it's starts at noon, and the sampling is till 4:00. You can start grabbing your wristbands at 11 a.m. and then there's an after party from 4 to 7. But we raise money for local pet rescue charities. That's what we're doing here.
And where exactly is it in Sanford?
So if you're familiar with downtown Sanford, it's lodged right in between the West End and Celery City, right in downtown on the streets. And that's like a second street between Palmetto and Sanford Avenue. It's actually about 7 city blocks we take up for this
Yeah, it's
thing.
the main spot downtown.
Yeah.
So.
No, I mean, the 13th annual has been going around. I've been hearing about it, Pints and Paws, for years.
So we started in 2012. We missed 1 year because of COVID. So this would be our 14th, but yeah, we got chopped 1 year. So
and the proceeds go to help out the
local pet rescue charities. Last year we raised $128,000.
Holy
So,
moly.
we do that with your ticket sales that you buy, and then also we have awesome sponsors. I got Paige and Chelsea from Houndstown, USA.
Hey, ladies!
They are our presenting sponsor this year.
Okay,
and the community really helps out with this event. They get behind it.
And then you do a contest, right, to have your dog win to be the poster of next year's event.
Great lead in. Lacey back here won last year with her dog Nash.
Right.
I'm looking at Nash.
Yep, that's him right there.
So, is he on the? Oh, he's not the one on the cover. Is that-
That's Nash right there.
So what you can do is you can pay $20 to get your pet photographed by a professional photographer.
Right.
And then the Monday after the event, we load all those pictures onto social media. Then you go bargain and tell all your friends to give that a like, because whichever dog gets the most likes throughout the month wins that contest and then next year's photo dog.
That's
so
a really cool contest.
You
It
do that
is. I
on
love
site.
it.
You don't have to set up anything ahead of time.
I'm telling you, man, this contest gets cutthroat.
I can imagine.
bet.
I can imagine.
There's people, going off on each other and saying why this and why this.
So
It's
what
funny.
you
Treat their pets like kids these days.
They do.
What'd you do to win? Okay. I'm like, how'd you get there?
Now, I know you showed this picture to your dog, didn't you?
Mm.
Yes.
I have a
You
question.
know, like, what is this?
The question is, how many times have you shown that picture to your dog?
I have a question. Can I participate in the doggy contest if I cannot bring my doggy out there because she does misbehave with other animals?
You have to physically be there to be photographed by the
But she misses.
photographer.
She doesn't do good with
No,
like.
well then she's not an idol. She's not an idol
Walk her
dog.
in, get the photograph, and then
she's
go put
so
her in the hot car for the afternoon. No.
Dear God.
No, don't do that.
Trooper Steve.
Don't do that.
Jokes
Don't
on
do
the
that.
radio.
Trooper Steve's gonna knock you
Your
out.
dog can't be the poster dog of an event that it can't even attend.
That's right.
It's like
She's
saying, look,
representing the underdogs that like.
Wait,
literally the
I can't
underdogs.
sing in front of people, but
Hello.
can you make me the winner of American Idol?
Hey, if that's
Yeah.
the case, my dog's not here anymore. Can I get her in?
Yeah.
Maximus winner.
What about this dog tattoo on my arm? Can that one?
We got loopholes
Half the
now.
work is done already.
Wow.
No, bring your actual dog down.
Yeah. We need a
Trooper
dog.
Steve, what do you want to say, man?
Living, breathing dog.
He's the host.
Yeah.
I'm just hanging out here, guys. Trooper Steve with News 6 Mornings. Paul reached out,
That's right.
said, "Hey, would you come out to Sanford and host this event for us? It's the first time they're doing an MC or a professional style MC."
Well, we haven't had a stage. This is our first year with a stage. We kind of
Okay.
changed things up
Right.
a little
Oh,
bit.
nice.
We're gonna have some music out there, and Trooper Steve making announcements. We're gonna keep a live adoption count, which is a new thing this year
Yep.
because so many pets get adopted the day of that event.
Oh, that's cool.
I hope to get in like well over 100 range for that.
At the end of the day, I just so excited that people see I'm excited about personal safety, and then on the side, all about dogs.
I love it.
And the fact that people know that, I will spend all day out there. You come out, say hi. Weather's going to be great, at least decent.
Yeah,
it's going to be
it is.
cloudy.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going to be nice. It's
No,
going to
it's
be
gonna be
cloudy.
nice.
I think cloudy's perfect.
Cloudy's perfect for the
Yes.
dogs. The roadway will be shut down. Huge shout out to Sanford Police Department for always coming out and making sure security is good for the event. It's going to be a great time. I just love the partnership with the local community that takes place to make this a success.
Now, if I get there at noon and it's 6:30, and I say I need to get me one of them dogs, would y'all give me a dog?
Oh my god. Yeah.
We'll find you a dog no matter what.
There are a few rescues out there that will be willing to make that deal, I'm sure.
Right.
I'm sure there's a lot of drunk adoptions.
There are.
I love that.
I
Yeah.
need to get a dog.
There's a few of them out there that won't let that happen, but
of course,
some of them will be like, all right, let's give it a try.
Yeah.
you know?
I see what you did there. That's why you do it.
If you can find a wife drunk, then why can't you find a dog drunk?
There you go. Come on now.
Amen.
I mean, you
I
pick
think
up
it's
your
a way
wife
bigger
and
commitment.
Yes.
Where can they get information about tickets and all that stuff?
www.pintsandpaws.com.
And Reese, we get all up on our.
Yeah, we're gonna
our
put this up on Instagram at XL1067.
Man, y'all a lot of fun. I appreciate you coming by.
I hope you guys come out. I hope to see you. If you find me, I'll be at the information booth. Come over and hang out with me.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
man. Thank you guys
All
so
right.
much. We appreciate you.
And that's my hometown of Sanford, so I
Yes.
love going out there.
Oh,
anytime
you're
I
a
can
Seminole
get
High School
there.
graduate?
Yeah, it's
What
Wilson
year?
Elementary School, Sanford Middle, Seminole High.
What year?
93.
Okay. All right. You're about the same age as me. All
Yeah.
right.
There you go.
I went to UNT in Texas.
you really?
We've talked before. Yeah,
Oh,
he graduated.
We have talked about
Yes,
this.
he graduated from
Yeah.
UNT.
Yes.
Really?
So
I grew up in Denton.
yeah,
So,
I only went there for a year and a half for the end of my college, but it was fun. But I love Sanford. He has the great venues, West End and Wild West End. My wife loves the country venue, so yeah, it's a great.
Awesome.
spot.
Nice. We'd love to work with you in the future. Thank you so much.
Sweet.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. It's time for us to play the list. That's where Brian has gone through the deep dark web, and only he has the answer. You will be playing. We play for bragging rights, and today you guys are playing for. Let me see what we got for you today. We're gonna hook you up with 4 tickets to Kennedy Space Center Visitors Complex. It's usually one of those lists, and you got to find the top 10 closest to number 1 wins. You won't know the list until you call. We got to spin the wheel in here to see who goes first. Because Ray, what are the points here? Because we're not doing well.
Yeah, Narisa's got 80.
Yeah, you say we as in me too? Nah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Johnny, you've got -30, and I've got -40.
That looks bad. It ain't that
It does-
bad.
yeah.
It ain't as bad as it looks.
Yeah.
It looks kind of
It
bad.
could switch up at any moment too.
Yeah.
So
Let's see who's gonna be going first. Playing the game will be
Me?
Ray.
first.
Yeah, suck it. Sorry. We have guests. I'm sorry.
Hey, can I bring this out there tomorrow?
Oh, I'm sure the dogs would love that.
Can I bring that out there? He
Sure.
said yes. All right, if you want to play 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. Call in. Let's play the list next on Johnny's House. 636, Orlando's number one hit music station is XL 1067. We are playing the list. That's where Brian has gone through the deep dark web. Only he has the answer. Got 4 tickets to Kennedy Space Center Visitors Complex up for you. Now, the way we do it is we play first because you've taken all the good answers, which makes us have to scramble. We spent the wheel, and Ray is going first. And the list is, Mr. Brian Grimes.
It is the best chain restaurant for a first date, and we do happen to have locations of all of these locally.
Wow. Okay. Ray, what is your pick?
Since the obvious ones have been taken, I'm going to go with the melting pot.
Melting pot.
Melting pot.
Ooh,
nice first day.
I like how you think, Ray.
Yeah.
Melting pot is number 4 on the list.
Oh, wow. Wow. Well, I don't give a damn now then. Nerese.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't. All right. All right. I'm going to go with Red Lobster.
Red Lobster.
That popcorn shrimp, baby. The Admiral's Feast, baby. Number 8 on the list.
Okay, she's on it. She's
You're good
on
for
it.
some points.
All right, I'm going to go with the bloomin' onion. We're going Outback, baby.
You can't.
You can't.
It's been picked already.
Oh, snap. All right, then let's go Fridays, which formerly was TGI Friday.
Fridays.
Yeah,
Fridays.
which was formerly TGI Friday.
Because in here, it's always Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. I got Ruby Tuesdays.
Ooh.
Let's see. Fridays.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
No. Aye.
Nothing?
Oh, no.
Let's scroll the list and make
Oh, man.
Make sure I'm not missing something.
Man.
Okay. This is going to be hurting.
11?
Yes.
Ah!
It's number 11 on the list. They have it listed as TGI still. Number 11 on the list.
So Nerese gets 10 points.
Unfortunate. Yes. So
Nerese
Nerese gets
gets
10
10.
points.
Johnny
And
gets
then
9.
you, then you have a decision to make, Ray.
Spin that wheel. Spin
40.
that wheel.
What are you going to do, Ray?
So I would get negative 20, right?
Yeah.
Well, right. Well, yeah. Right now, you would get 20 points. You'd be at negative 20.
What are you going to do?
So you decide.
You know what to do.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to up the 100 to 130, so you could tie Nerese if you hit.
What the?
All right.
It's up to you. Want to spin the wheel? You can tie Nerese, or you can end up with negative 100. It's up to
It
you.
is a live radio show.
I know.
It's up to you, Ray. Make that decision.
All right. This is the last time I'm going to spin
No,
for a
it's
while.
not.
For a
No,
while.
it's not.
If this doesn't go in my favor.
All right, here we go. So you going to spin?
Spinning?
You gotta spin.
Yeah. Let's spin the wheel. That's it.
All righty,
Spin the
all righty.
wheel, baby. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Stop.
Uh-oh.
Not bad.
What I get?
You got 50.
Okay. All right.
So you have 10.
So I have 10 points. Yeah. At least I'm not negative.
So what is it now?
So Nerese has 90. I have 10, and you have negative 30.
Damn.
You landed between negative 100 and 130.
Oh dear
Yeah,
God.
it was real close. All right. Let's go to you to find a winner. And from Orlando, hey, Cody.
Hey, how you doing?
Cody, what is the let me make sure I tore my piece of paper, my notes here. What is the best chain restaurant for a first date?
I said Outback.
I said that too.
Yes. That's why Johnny couldn't have it, because you said it. It's number 3 on the list.
You ain't win either. How about that?
Wow. Sore loser Johnny came out.
Yeah.
Cody, I wasn't paying attention. Have a good weekend, man. That was a good choice.
You too.
All right, take care. All right, let's go over to Altamonte Springs. Stacy.
Hi.
How you doing, Stacy?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's the best chain restaurant for a first date?
I said Olive Garden.
The OG.
Oh, yeah. Unlimited breadsticks, baby.
Good
Number
place.
2.
Number 2. Good choice,
Aw, thank you.
but not good enough. But thank you. All right, take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, and let's see. Get rid of that. Hold on a second. There we go. All right, let's go to Orange City. Liam, good morning.
Hello.
How are you, Liam?
I'm good. I'm with my mom right now. I am honestly very happy right now because I got called, but I don't know what to do. Do I just say my name?
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Mom. All right, Liam. We've asked 10,000 people what is the best chain restaurant for a first date. How old are you, Liam?
12.
12 years old. And Lim, if you had a first date, where would you take her?
Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
Cheesecake Factory. That's a little pricey for a first date, if you ask me.
They just added 20 new items in the menu.
I love Cheesecake Factory, but first date, but it's number one on the list.
Number one. Congratulations, Lim. Yeah. You got 4 tickets. 4 tickets, Kennedy Space Center. Make the most of your spring. Visit Kennedy Space Center Visitors Complex, the only place where you can meet an astronaut, touch a moon rock, and touch nose to nose to the real space shuttle Atlantis and more. Explore more at KennedySpaceCenter.com.
Worth being late to school for.
Worth being late to school for. All right, Liam, have your mom hold on and we'll get some information, okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
No, thank you. Good job with that. All right, what's that top 10? So
All
I made number 11.
right.
Let's see what I got on my
You
list.
did make number 11 with Fridays. Number 10 is Rainforest Cafe.
Ooh, I used to love that place.
Number 9 is a smaller joint, Red Robin.
Red Robin.
They got a full bar in there, though.
Okay.
Number 8 is the Red Lobster.
Okay.
Number 7, I'm surprised no one said this, Chili's.
Yes.
Chili's.
Number 6, the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Benihana.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, first date?
Yeah. I mean, it's good because it's like going to the movies. There's something in front of you that's happening, so you're just kind of chilling, and you're also in a big group. So that's kind of bad.
All right.
Melting Pot at number 4. That's a little intimate for a first date to me.
Really?
Number 3 is Outback. Number 2, Olive Garden. Number 1, Cheesecake.
I had season 52 over there because I think that's a pretty good first date. That's just me, though.
Okay.
That's just me, though. That's just me. Why you say it like that, Ray? Anybody ever take you to season 52?
No, actually.
It wasn't the best chain restaurant when you're rich for a first date.
They changed their menu seasonally.
They do, actually.
Let's get out of here. It's 9:42. It's 9:45. We gotta go. We gotta do things. Let's start off with Miss Ray. What's going on with you?
Today I'm going to be hanging out at Dave and Buster's in Orlando from 2 to 4 if you want to come by. They've got a ton of new games and we've got a ton of prizes to hook you up with. And then we got softball, baseball games tomorrow, plus Billy Gardell tomorrow night.
We'll be there tomorrow night. Yep.
And then I'm doing a little birthday celebration with my family this weekend.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Nerese, what you got going on, ma'am?
A lot of sports stuff. So tomorrow I'll be hosting the Women's Pride soccer game. And then Sunday is the Women's Valkyries game. In between all that, my family might be coming, so I might have the niece and nephews over.
Okay. Okay. And Brian?
I got some stuff to do around here, radio shows and whatnot. Then I got some stuff I got to do around the house, yard work and whatnot. I got to go buy more rocks.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to get them rocks, man.
Yeah, if you see me on the news arrested for stealing rocks, because they just got too expensive.
That's crazy.
And then tomorrow I'm going to swing over to Sanford, I think, and do Pints and Paws for a little bit in the early part of the day, and then over to check out Billy Gardell downtown.
Sounds
so
good.
Get your tickets at Bunkers.
All right, Ryan Seacrest, is all yours. Y'all have a beautiful weekend. Be safe, and we'll see you on Monday.
Bye, everyone. I got work to do. So I got to jump into it.
Yeah.